them falter together, and the little child shall lead them. So this is talking about in the kingdom. Right now, animals don't hang out like that. Predators don't hang out with prey, right? They eat prey, right? But in the kingdom, it's going to be like that. And that little children that shall lead them is going to be an Israelite baby, an Israelite child, because he's Joshua Allah, the prince of the power. So, because at one time these animals were obedient to man, right? But then that was taken away from us.
And in order for that to happen, you have to have spiritual powers.
Yeah.
Well, in his cartoons now, you see you have like Bambi, you see the Struel, you see the deer, you see the rabbit off, friends. You know what I mean? That's some madness, man. Right? So which is why you have even us now associated with other nations because we're mingled amongst them. Right? Israel in the kingdom will be amongst Israel, man. And those people will be against those heathens with the heathens, whatever people you're from. Yeah, man. You know what I mean?
Verse 7, Isaiah 11 and 7. And the cow and the bear shall feed, the young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like an ox.
So you see the prophet so we could be, this is a beautiful example in the spirit because we're following the prophet and then all of a sudden the prophets realize, okay, he just went to another topic. Right? He's prophesying about what is to come. And that's what that's going into.
And then it says, verse 8, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on a crocodile's den. So basically, this is going to complete safety. Your child is going to be able to put their hand.
They do the same thing with cars.
The crocodile won't eat them.
Yeah, exactly.
The lion won't choke them. You can't do that now. And it says, they shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord Yahweh as the waters cover the seas. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse. So you guys know who Jesse is? Who is it? Okay, good. And which shall stand for a sign
beautiful. So,
of the people.
Excellent. So that's what you see, the ensign of the people. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Starting there with the order on down.
Yeah.
So Yahweh Shai, the angels.
Exactly.
Right? Then you have the apostles and the king.
Like up north, like North Bay.
And the prophets. Yeah. Right? And the rest of the hopeful elect, the holy nation.
King is good too.
Right? And then when you go into
that makes sense.
This is what you get. Right? And you get the whole package.
I haven't been there recently. I don't know.
That seal of Ezekiel 9 and 4. Right?
That's their last two.
Because all of that is written
Everyone
on our
also
foreheads. The Father is
So it's like the states over there, basically.
Scripture.
Yeah.
The prophets that have been,
right.
Jeremiah 28 and 8, the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms,
So that's a perfect
of war
environment.
and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him. And right now what we're saying is coming to pass through these scriptures. So that's a form of an ensign as well. When you start to see prophecy being fulfilled, that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And right now we're living it. So us being out here,
Of course, you don't want them.
that is an ensign too.
A lot of homeless people will go there.
People have vineyards over there like crazy.
Okay, so then it says verse 10, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse which shall stand for an
I never even thought
ensign
about that. It makes total sense.
of the people, to which shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
So you see how it goes back into He's prophesying about the kingdom, right? And his rest is going to be glory. And so that's how we move in the spirit, right? We sit there, we hate this place, and then the Lord will just, want us to reflect on what is to come, right? You see it in the spirit. You see things happening, not with your eyes,
it's not
but
like
in
this
the
guy.
spirit, all things are
Sewage.
developing, and power is working through you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing always to reflect, just like the prophets. The prophets and what's to come.
When they bury it.
It says,
Yeah.
which shall be left
It's stupid.
from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and Shinar, and Hamath.
So Israel, you got it?
You know what I'm saying? So what do you think those people look like? He's listing over the countries. What do you think they all will look like?
Oh, yes.
So just now he's listing about the countries where the remnant will be taken from. I'm asking, what do you think they're going to look like?
They're going to look like the people of the land, brother.
Like you.
Yeah.
You're gonna look like they're gonna be a foreigner, but they're gonna look like the Gentiles, the natural Gentiles, right? So they're gonna look like Elam. They're gonna look like Cush. They're gonna look like Moab.
So-called Chinese men.
They're gonna look like Esau, like what's her name? Adele. What's her name? Adele?
Yeah, she's a Jake.
Yeah, she had Jake. Benjamin. Right?
Oh, is she Benjamin?
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
Remember, she was wearing the thing, and everybody was cursing her out. Oh, why she have her hair with the twist,
Oh, I never
the
seen
China
that.
bumps, and Jamaican broad stuff. She shouldn't have been dressing like that, but you know,
And when she saw her father, they go, oh,
Yeah.
like that. Whoa.
you know.
It says, and he shall set an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the
Benjamin.
dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Beautiful. That's why you see all those camps. The Lord's raising up all those camps in those countries that you didn't think. Hey, we know by faith that there's camps everywhere. It's just that the Lord is going to bring them out at his appointed time. Right? Most of them are underground in Iron Russia, right? Because I was told they hate us badly in Russia, right? Because they're looking for this, because they look with their eyes. But there's folks here that look like every color, or like the same. I just want to make the point on the camps that the Lord is raising up.
It says, verse 13, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
So the envy right now, you have the other tribes hating on us, and we're hating on them, right? Mostly because, well, I would say they're hating more than us because they're closer to the so-called white man. You know what I mean? So they too call us nigger, lazy, whatever. Which Judah is a wicked tribe, man, and they are lazy, man. Right? I think the worst tribe is Judah. You know?
Well, in certain areas, right?
Tell us more shit, man.
Yeah. Well, they're the head tribe, right? But ultimately, every single tribe is whatever they were doing. Wickedness in the Most High is double that on them and curse them, man. Because look at Issachar, man. They're heavy into the killing, man.
Cartel.
You know, the cartel and all of that, and the sacrificing and all that shit. They continue.
MS 13, and the brutal too, man.
Yeah. Because really Levi is even more wicked than Judah. Because they go deep into the left-hand side.
Priesthood.
Deep. They go real deep, man.
Chopper.
It's
No.
true.
Joint you up.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to read that again because let's not forget Ephraim, because I'm going to say something about Ephraim.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and
Beautiful.
Judah shall not vex.
So Ephraim is the biggest tribe in the 12 tribes. Right? Now, if you want to know this, you have to go back to the blessing of Ephraim and Manasseh, read the story, and says how great he's going to become within his nation.
Fruitful.
Fruitful. So he has more people. Right?
I am fruitful.
Yes.
Yeah.
well, think of the Americas. It's all them.
Yeah.
Venezuela, Ecuador, Chile, Colombia, Cuba. It's them. Other tribes. Right? Even here, the Gadites. You know.
Yeah, you're a big.
Yeah, so that's also another thing, because you can go, hey, you can go anywhere and find him, because he says he mixes the prophecy, he mixes himself among the people because he's extremely fruitful. But the story goes back to show you that he's the biggest tribe. So thus, he goes into a lot of idolatry,
Yeah.
because he's the biggest one too. So
Yeah, and some of them were brought from Puerto Rico up to for King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella and all that foolishness, man.